Throughout the country, we've been hearing about the devastation caused by heroin. It's a problem that's even touched some in the DePaul community. Good Day DePaul's Nicole Suarez has the story.
Monica Simonson is 23 years old with tattoos, a cat, and more dreams and aspirations than she can count on her fingers. So it's hard to believe she was once addicted to heroin.
I was about 19 the first time I used heroin, and I was a student at DePaul, and I remember I had all of these conceptions as to things, I had all these understandings of things that I would never do.
Among those was heroin use, but one day that changed.
The first time it was offered to me, I remember it so clearly because I said no, and I was so sure when I said no, and then in the same breath of air I said yes.
Soon her life was turned upside down. Monica was one of the thousands of Americans addicted to heroin. According to the most recent data available by the Federal Drug Enforcement Administration, heroin deaths spiked 45% from 2006 to 2010. Rebecca Aronson, substance abuse prevention specialist at DePaul, says the drug derived from opium is highly addictive.
So when you have that euphoria plus the pain-killing properties plus just sort of in generally not feeling much of anything, I think those are some of the characteristics that make it so addictive. But once you're addicted to something, it's very hard to stop using it because withdrawing from it is terribly painful and uncomfortable.
Many experts say the rise in heroin use is directly related to the boom in supply and major decline in cost. And it's not just a problem in big cities like Chicago.
Suburban Chicago has gotten really hit with a lot of heroin use, a lot of deaths from overdose. So it's not just an urban problem, but it's also a suburban and rural problem.
Fear of the needle is not always a factor these days when considering heroin use. Pure forms of the drug can be snorted or smoked. As Monica says, anything to reach the desired euphoric high.
The last bag of dope I ever did was the same stuff that my friend's little brother had just died from. And I remember that was a good thing for me. It was oh, well, this must be really good.
One day she decided that things had gone too far.
There was nothing left. It was just me. Nobody wanted anything to do with me anymore. I couldn't keep going through life the way that I did. I just wanted to die, And I remember laying there and thinking how did this happen to me? How did my life get to here?
Monica has been clean for almost 3 years. Today she's back in school working at a local restaurant and serving as an inspiration for heroin addicts in recovery.
There's so many more things that I have in my life today that I never thought would be possible for me. I never thought I'd be able to be comfortable in my own skin. I never thought that my little sisters would look up to me and my family would be proud of me.
While heroin deaths continues to rise all over the world, Monica hopes to show people that there is a way out. For Good Day DePaul, I'm Nicole Suarez.